episode of The Biggest Transformation. We just are rounding out week 11 in our very first season. This is a 12-week competition, which means next week we will be crowning the winner of season 1 of The Biggest Transformation. So crazy that we've already almost reached that 12-week mark, but the cast has been doing amazing. And so let's hop on with them. Let's get our weigh-in done. Let's see how they did. Let's see if Karen can hold on to that top spot. Last week, Andy was like nipping at her tails, and Shane was like in the 3rd place spot going, I see you. He had them both in their sights. So let's see who's going to if Karen can keep it, or if one of the boys are going to knock her off this week after the weigh-ins. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
It is our second to last for our first 12 weeks. It's our second to last weigh-in day. Woo!
That's incredible.
Which means tomorrow. Next week is next week we crown the winner of The Biggest Transformation. And then we start over in the lifestyle phase, which I'm so excited about because it levels the playing field again. And for some of you, these 12 weeks went better than you thought. And for some of you, they didn't. And so no matter where you are in the standings, next Sunday, that gets bulldozed and we start over, which is a beautiful thing because those that are leading, those that are dominating can dominate again, or those that didn't dominate this time can kind of slap you around a little bit. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right, let's go ahead and jump on and get to our weigh-in.
Did you bring a tripod?
I did. I have it on.
Cam, Shane?
I haven't up to this point, but now I might.
167 or yeah.
Peggy.
Hey, here we go.
Ashley, you are up, girl.
Zero.
205.0. Hey, Miss Judy.
Me. You're touching me. You are.
214.6.
Yep.
All right, Andy. Did you make it to Wonderland?
Let's see. That's my hope.
Yes. Congratulations.
All right, Shane.
$314.6.
Wow. Good job.
Mountain Air Denise. $265.8.
Yeah.
Okay, we have our leaderboard for the week. We have our leaderboard. Okay. With a total loss crossing over the 50-pound mark. Karen, you have lost 50.7 pounds.
Yeah.
Wow.
A total of 20.1% and holding down the first place.
Wow.
20%.
20% of her body, 20.1%.
Ooh.
In second place with 51.4 pounds lost, 18%, Andy.
Good
In
job,
third
Andy.
place with 72 pounds lost in the last 11 weeks, 72 pounds, 16.6%, Shane.
Wow,
Wow.
Shane.
Woo!
Oh, good job.
72
Wow.
pounds.
That's crazy.
All right. In a tie for fourth place with 27 pounds lost, 11.9%, Peggy, and with 35.8 pounds lost, 11.9%, Denise. Woo!
Yay.
Tied for fourth place.
Nice.
In fifth place with 31.2% lost, 11.5% lost, 31.2 pounds, Ashley.
Yay.
And Judy with 27.2 pounds, 9.6%.
Good job, Judy.
So that is our leaderboard. That is our leaderboard up through week 11. So good job, guys. And as a group, you have lost a total of 295.3 pounds. 295.3 pounds.
Wow.
Figure that out. That's 42.18 pounds per person. 3.8 pounds on average per week. Not cutting out any food groups, not starving yourself, not spending all day in the gym, not getting surgery, doing something sustainable. So congratulations to you. So last week we talked about clothing, and we talked about how, you know, so many people and so many times people will lose weight and celebrate by shopping and buying clothing in a size where they're literally doing a high five, or they're literally making a pit stop and stopping. And so your homework for the week was to talk about what is, when you get to your goal, what will shopping look like? What will your budget be? Where are there any places that you haven't been able to shop that you've wanted to shop? And what will that look like? And it's different for everybody, because some of you have clothes in your closet from your goal size, and some of you have never been there. And so it looks a little different for all of us when we get to where we're going. And, you know, doing things like this homework assignment are so crucial because they're vision building. They build our vision of where we're going. They help establish in our mind our belief in where we're going. Because when you first start building that vision, you can say, I want to fit into this outfit. But when you're so far from it, you can say you want to, but you can't see yourself in it. I could not see myself in over-the-knee boots and skinny jeans 7 years ago. I could like the outfit and I could say I wanted to wear it, but seeing myself in it at that moment, I could say I wanted to wear a bikini, but seeing myself in it, in my brain, I just didn't know how that would look. So doing things like this help your mind start to separate who you were and who you're becoming. Because who you were is the person who ate like an overweight person. Who you were ate like I was a morbidly obese woman. Who I was ate, acted, behaved, and thought like a morbidly obese woman. In order to transform into a fit, healthy person, I had to become that person. And so when you do things like this, it helps you separate the actions, the habits of who you were, the vision of who you were, and it helps you get closer to the actions and the vision of who you're becoming. Because you really are on a journey of morphine. You know, so many times there's this like this quote, this meme, and it says, oh, you've changed. And so many times, sometimes people take offense to that. Like, what do you mean? Versus, yeah, I have changed. So when people are like, oh, you've changed. Yeah, thank you. Thank the freaking Lord that I changed. Because if I wouldn't have, I was on my way to an early grave. If I wouldn't have changed, I would have stayed a shell of the person I was meant to be or could be. Let me just tell you, as great as you think your life is, if you are like, I was never one of those overweight people that sat in my house and just, there were times I would get dressed up and I would look in the mirror and be like, dang, I look good today. Like, I wasn't one of those people that just felt like I always looked like a hideous hag, nothing like that. But what I will tell you is if you struggle with this thing called weight, it affects you in more ways than you can even know. And so you are on a journey, not just to change your outward appearance. You're literally changing your mental, your physical, your emotional. You're changing all those things. You are becoming a different person, a better version. There is nothing in my life, no part of that old life that was better. I was not a better businesswoman. I was not a better mother. I was not a better wife. Today, going through this journey of weight loss has helped me become a better businesswoman, a better mother, a better wife, a better everything. Anyway, so these kinds of exercises are so very important because they continue us down that path of building our vision to where we're going. And if you don't build the vision of the person you're becoming and you don't start identifying with that person, think about this. If you get to a size 4 and you still think like a size 16, do you see the problem with that? Because if you get to a size 4 and you still think like a size 16, what happens? You go back to the size 16. If you get to a size 6 and you still identify with the size 16, you go back to that size. You've got to start seeing yourself as who you're becoming. You've got to start thinking like that person, because that person's going to think entirely differently than the person you were. You know, and I loved what Andy and Peggy said last week when Andy's son was looking at him and he's like, I just am adjusting to this new person. Like, wow. And Andy's son wasn't just talking about the outward dad he saw. He was talking about everything. And I love what Peggy said. She said, we'll get used to it because we're here to stay. And I was like, yes, because that's got to take place. You've got to start seeing yourself. Andy has to keep seeing. If everybody else is seeing Andy as fit, the lowest he's been in a decade, so crazy. If Andy doesn't see himself as fit, Andy won't behave like that. But if Andy identifies with this new fit father, this new fit grandpa, this fit like yachtsman that wears cool looking clothes, if that's how Andy sees himself, that's how he'll behave. And if he behaves like that, he'll stay like that. It's only if Andy continues to see himself like how he was, which was the snacker, the dad who comes home and eats his hard day, then he'll go right back there. And so things like this that we're doing this week, sometimes they can seem so simple, like, oh, we're talking about a budget to buy clothes. Like, who cares about clothes? You better care about these things. Because if you don't care about building your vision, it won't keep you where you're going. You'll relapse and you'll go right back to where you came. And you're working too hard to go back to where you came. Let's go ahead and dive in. I want to hear about your vision of where you're going. I want to hear about when you get to your goal, what is your shopping budget closet going to look like? Like, what does that look like to you? And there's not a right or wrong answer. This is individual to each and every one of you. And what, Shane's answer might not be what Ashley's answer is. And that's the beautiful thing about it, is there's no right or wrong. It's your goal. It's your budget. It's when you get to your goal, what is that going to look like? So we're going to go in the same order, which means Karen in the tent is first. What's that look like? When you get to your goal, what is your budget, your shopping, your clothes, your closet? What does that look like?
Well, I put down a $500 budget, and I'm that person that has a lot of the clothes because I've been down there before. So I have some beautiful clothes from before that I'm excited to get back into, but I have one outfit that I really, really, I can taste it. I want to wear it so bad. But on my list, I have fabulous underwear. Sorry, guys, but I want some amazing, fabulous, sexy, lacy, beautiful underwear. So I can strut around the house in my underwear.
Yes.
I have been looking at bathing suits. I'm not going to buy one, but I would like a bathing suit that when I go by, people are like, whoa, not necessarily at me, but whoa, look at that bathing suit. Whoa, look at that girl in that, or that woman in that bathing suit, you know? I want a pretty, and it don't have to be a two-piece. I don't know at what point I'll get to a two-piece, but I would like a bathing suit that's high-rise, you know, what's that one show that they used to have where all those girls had the high, anyway, I want one of those. And I have a lot of coats, but I don't have a form-fitting coat. And that's what I want, a form-fitting coat. I want a leopard coat because I have black high boots that go over my knees. And so that's what I want. I can envision it in my head, just hugging my body, and it's leopard, and I would have all the accessories to go with it. But that's what I came up with. I love shopping, believe it or not, in Forever 21. The first time I got to go in there and buy clothes, I was so excited because I was the one that would go in there and look around and then go look at the jewelry because I knew the jewelry would fit me, right? Or a purse would fit me, or a hat would fit me, or a scarf would fit me. But never the clothes. And the clothes that there are some Forever 21s that have, you know, a woman's size. But in all honesty, I want the skinny clothes, the fun clothes, not the women's clothes that, in my opinion, are kind of frumpy. So I don't want that. And you know what? And they do have some cool ones, but when you put them on, yes, they fit you in the waist, but they're baggy in the butt and they're baggy in the legs, or they don't fit you right. So I love Forever 21. Going in there, it makes me feel young. I like wearing fashionable clothing. So that's what I'm totally excited about.
Pegster. Peggy.
So I don't need a lot. So I would say $500 would be my budget. And that would be definitely to get some new underwear. Because my underwear has gone so I need some that form fit and stay fit. So and a new bathing suit, and some new jeans. But I have all of my tops in my closet I have always been able to wear. So I don't need a lot of clothes. So
you're fitting back into the clothes, and the $500 is about maybe getting some necessities. And what would be a goal outfit? What would be something that maybe you haven't had the confidence to wear that you would want to go get now that you're, you know, going to be at your goal?
I would get that green dress I sent at my full dress. I just love, every time I look at that, I'm like, and it's not that much money. It's only like $45. So I could get it and I could wear it today, but I don't feel confident enough to wear it. But I will. I'll get it and I'll wear it on the boat. But, and mine's not necessary.
Next time I see you.
Huh?
I want you to wear it next time I see you.
Oh.
We'll do it.
And on the cruise.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I'll have it for the cruise.
We got to get a picture.
Yeah.
Bum shorts on the cruise?
Could 12 weeks from now, who knows? I could look fabulous.
We'll look.
I will look fabulous. Yes.
First off, let me just say you already look freaking fabulous. You're a mother and a grandmother. And you look amazing. But now the next phase, you're going to go into just toning and maintaining. And yes. And you're not going to be confusing your body with this up and down. You're
right.
consistent while you're at your goal. So your body's not going to be like, what the frick is she doing to me? It's going to be like, oh yeah.
You know, that is funny. I've felt that way this week. Like I'm finally not going back up because I've gotten here and then like 2 days later, I'm back up. So now I'm like, okay, my body likes this. I'm getting stronger. I'm working harder. So, yeah.
So as far as the money, I started off one direction and then I thought, remember in the beginning when I told you that my dad offered me $1,000 to hit my goal? So then I was like, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give myself $1,000. So that's the number, because the truth is my husband's awesome. And if there was really something later that I didn't fit in that $1,000, I'm sure he would want to, to get it. So it's not like that firm, but for the mental component, that $1,000 means more than any other number I could come up with. And then I don't know, as far as stores, I don't have any of these clothes in my closet. I have never, ever been less than, like a 16, maybe a 12. For the longest time, I had saved a pair of Express. Do you guys remember that store? Yeah. I had saved a pair of Express jeans from like middle school or high school that I thought were cool. I can't even imagine. I haven't seen them in many, many years, but they used to be boxed up. I may have thrown them away one year. I don't know. But for many, many years, I had saved them. One day I'm going to get back into those. But that was the lowest size. So I'm definitely going to need everything. I would just, 4 stores that I love that I always go shopping with my friends and can never buy anything, which is not a fun experience if you've ever had to do that. And I never want to invite them like, hey, come with me now to Lake Bryant because that's cool. No. Anyway. Lily Pulitzer, J. Crew, Vineyard Vines, Victoria's Secret.
Goodness, you guys want to hear something fun about Ashley?
Oh.
She's like, what is she going to say? Oh,
I know. I was like,
So Ashley, oh no, I wanted her on here still. Okay. So Ashley, her and I were chatting a couple weeks ago, and I said her and her husband were talking about them going on the cruise. And I told her, because, one of her goals is to fit into her slinky wedding dress and to stand in front of her husband and feel her very best. And so I said, hey, I was doing some math one night. It was like, I don't know, 10:30 or 11. I know it was late at night. And all of a sudden I'm doing some math and I messaged her and I was like, Ashley, do you know you'll be to your goal before the cruise with time to spare? I was like, what if you and Sexy Steve came on the cruise and you renewed your vows on a beach in that dress? And she was like, oh, wait, like, so last weekend, she shared that vision with, a weekend or 2 ago, she shared that vision with her husband. And so they're definitely leaning towards making that happen. And so how amazing would that be to start at the beginning of the year, and then towards the end of the year, be at her goal, standing on a beach in front of her husband, looking how she envisions herself, feeling her best, standing there, just, yeah, I could cry a river just thinking about it. Anyway, so freaking awesome.
And the coolest thing is I found the exact dress. So I did a reverse image search on Google of that vision board dress that I've had pinned for so many years. And it popped up with the exact bridal store, and it's like $400. So there goes half my money. I could spend it quick, girl.
I'm here. So I'm bougie. My my budget is, I'm thinking $3,000 to $4,000. And on a side note, I wanted to say about changes and, how this program has kept me structured, and it's making me more structured in my business. And I have to say, last week I had the biggest week since COVID, and people are throwing money at me and I'm turning people away. So it's amazing. So thank you for that. So that's why my budget's up there pretty high. I definitely need underwear. I can't, in those stories, when you get in an accident, what kind of underwear would you have? I'm that person. My underwear is bad. For me, I want, my number one would be jeans, a nice white t-shirt tucked in, and a Gucci belt, a big old Gucci belt. That's number one. Number two, I would love a Chanel blazer or a staple piece that when I get to my forever size, that would be in my closet forever. And then I'd probably go to Nordstrom's. That's my go-to. And why I'd go there is they match everything up. They hem it, they coordinate it, they take the thought process out. And I think I'd come out of there. I always come out of there with some nice outfits. So yeah.
All right, Andy.
Okay. I was thinking about the budget. I don't have anything that fits. So I was thinking 2,000, but I think it's going to be more than that. But I like buying it like a little bit at a time. I like shopping, which is kind of weird, but I have not. I've been shopping because everything I get, you try to get loose fitting, flex fit. What are they called? Instead of Huskies, they now call them flex fit or something, or relaxed fit. That's the new Husky. So anyhow, I did go a couple times because my pants are like falling off. I bought the real cheap jeans at Walmart, just something, but I have 2 jeans that fit. So I want to buy like decent, like jeans that actually really fit. So a step above Walmart, I like nice shirts. Like I like Polo, Ralph Lauren, and some other like shirts that actually are fitted. Years ago before I gained weight, I liked wearing stuff like that. And I just haven't bought that because, it was kind of felt like it was a waste of money for me. So nice shirts that last. So I need to get some, I haven't bought any so long. All I think of is Polo and Brand and stuff like that. But there's some other great shirts and good jeans that fit. I also want to buy, I have the worst shoes. I end up wearing them all to work and ruining them. So I need to buy some new shoes, a cool jacket. I like that leather jacket in the picture. What else? Yeah, good. I want to buy quality, not like crazy expensive, but quality stuff. I have nothing quality. It's just, clearance rack at Kohl's. Nothing wrong with clearance rack at Kohl's, but you know what I mean. So quality shirts, I like shirts. And then when we're down in Florida, probably spend some more money down there buying Florida looking stuff, which I usually don't wear. I usually wear dark. Yeah, I need to come out of the dark. The dark stuff I'm always wearing. Gray and black is like most of my wardrobe. I could be like like somebody in prison where you have like 1 or 2 outfits, Yeah, so I'm excited about getting stuff. I bought a few packs of t-shirts just because nothing fit. Those ones are like 5 for $20, which are fine for t-shirts, but just better stuff. So it'd be like
workout clothes.
Oh, workout clothes. Yeah. My pants the other week fell off of me, and when I had to do exercise thing, I didn't know what to do, so I got this paper clip and twisted it around it and made it tighter because my pants kept falling down. So yeah, exercise clothes. What else? Yeah, I'm excited about shopping. I forgot about J. Crew. I'm glad you mentioned J. Crew. Places like that, I want to go and get some stuff, but just regular good Levi's or whatever jeans and the stuff that's not like their low end, which I actually wear on the job site because I just ruin them. But yeah, I think that's it.
I think that's awesome, Andy. And I can tell you put some thought into that. You're like $2,000. And dude, I think it's amazing. And listen, like even, sometimes guys get this reputation that they don't like to look good, but no, like me, some guys aren't as much into shopping than women, but we all like to look good.
Yeah.
And you want to look in the mirror and be like, yeah, like I look good. And I think that's awesome that you own that of, yeah, I want some nice clothes and I want to feel good and look good. And I think that's amazing.
Thanks.
And I could totally see you at your new Florida house in your J. Crew.
Yeah. Hey, this is kind of a funny thing, but I had this son who was totally jacked in college. He was into sports. He had like a full-time 6-pack, and all summer long Sam, my son Sam, would not wear a shirt anywhere. So I'd be like, yeah, I might come to work. So, oh, did I forget to wear a shirt today? So I might not even need a budget,
Who needs clothes?
Because I hated taking my shirt off. I didn't go out. I didn't take my shirt off in years because I hated taking my shirt. So now I just might forget to wear a shirt to work or something.
Hey, you guys are about to have a surge in business. Those naked maids. It's going to be the top construction company.
The new thing of 2021.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, Shane, I'm coming to you. What is up, Shane?
Hi.
Hi.
So I'm with Karen, that lacy underwear. Let me just tell you. Just kidding. I set a budget at $1,000. So initially I was going to spend $200 at the local thrift store, just seeing the different brands and what fits and getting some stuff that I'm not afraid to wear out. $200 on funny t-shirts, because that's my style. $120 on hoodies. I feel like some of my hoodies that I'm wearing now, I'll still probably want to wear. I don't know, they might be a little too big, but you can have a big hoodie, right?
Yep.
And then $150 on Duluth Trader underwear. Let me just tell you, this is the brand. Andy, when you're looking for jeans, looking for underwear, Duluth Trader, I'm telling you. Let's see, $200 on winter clothes and snow clothes because I live in Minnesota and it's freaking cold here.
It's amazing.
$50 on board shorts so I can have a nice pair of board shorts, and $80 on Duluth Trader pants. They got these fire hose cargo pants that I like a lot. That's what I bought recently. I got a pair for Christmas, size 50, and I can't wear them anymore. They're too big. So I went on Craigslist, and a guy who had overgrown his clothes gave me a really, really phenomenal deal on a couple pairs. So I'm wearing them again now. So I'm going to need some more when I get down that low. And then my wife asked to see my list this morning.
Surprise.
And she wrote $1,000 on clothes and $4,000 on a trip. So apparently we're going to go on a celebratory trip at some point too. News to me.
That's awesome. And then clothing will be optional on that trip.
Depending on where we go.
At least in your room, right? You can just.
Oh, right.
Duluth Trader. I wrote them down. I have to go look them up. Does Jason Momoa wear Duluth Trader?
I have no idea.
So. No.
I've never been the size of Jason Momoa. I'm not sure what he wears.
No.
But all I do know is that I've turned like 6 people onto it, and all of them have told me how much they love them, and they keep ordering. So that's it.
My husband wears those, Shane. He loves them.
Yeah.
Duluth Trader. I'm
Yeah.
I got good men underwear.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So does Jen, do you like Duluth Trader?
I like that my husband is happy in Duluth Trader, but
Okay.
they have other styles that we could explore maybe later.
Oh.
I've been pretty specific on the types of clothes that I wear being so big. I'm sure we all understand that. So she wants to try out some other things that they sell.
So like nut huggers.
What?
No, they specifically have ballroom in the pants. That's what they advertise. They have a special gusset. This is a weird thing to do.
No, they do.
But they specifically advertise they have ballroom in their pants, specifically for guys that work and crouch down a lot.
Exactly. My husband wears them. My husband wears them, and we said, "What are those?" He goes, "It's so I don't blow my crotch out." And I was like, "What?" It's yeah. He's not lying.
Super
Shane
comfortable.
is not lying.
Ballroom.
Jeans, ballroom pants.
It's true. It's true.
She's dying over here.
My favorite conversation we have ever had.
Yeah, it's good times.
Should
Interesting. It'll be interesting to see if you still need the room when you're at your weight.
You will.
But you know what's funny? The girl that wants the Gucci belt knows what Shane's talking about. That is what's even more disturbing.
Okay, we need to move along. I can't even with you guys. So moving on, Denise, after that conversation, you get to follow that up.
Yeah.
Yay.
Okay,
I'm
so
definitely
Denise,
not needing that underwear, so I'm good.
tell us about your goal budget.
Well, this was a challenging task, I have to say, Carmen. I've been fretting on it all week. And even up until late last night, I'm scrambling trying to figure out what I'm going to say today. So I said, when I talked to my husband about it, we went kind of back and forth, and we were like, maybe 1,000, maybe 1,500, maybe more. Because typically when it comes to clothes, if we need it, we go buy it. So yeah, this is stretching me to plan what I'm going to wear or how to plan that. But the things that kind of came to mind were my daughter and me went to a place in Kelowna in January where I'd never heard of this store, but she had, and I walked in. They had some really cute bras. They had some really cute underwear. They had some really nice clothes, and I think it's called Aerie. And it was super cute. And she got some really cute things. And I was like, well, that would be kind of nice. I could handle that. So that was one store I could come up with. The other one is that she has some really cute jeans that she got at American Eagle that I was like, that'd be nice. I could handle those. There's been times when I've been to Old Navy where I've seen some really cute sundresses. Like someone talked about where the spaghetti straps, because I've never ever been able to wear those and feel comfortable wearing them. So I was like, well, maybe I'd like to get a dress from there. But I'm also somebody that really likes my hoodies, and I like really nice hoodies. The other thing that I talked to my husband about is I've always, just like one of my photos that I sent you of someone dressed in sort of hiker gear, I've always liked this store, Mountain Equipment, and walk in there and I'd be like, like I'm in my zone. This is what I'd love to buy. But they, of course, had nothing ever I could wear. So that's something I'd like to do, is walk in there and go buy myself like a genuine hiking outfit. Like I'm a mountain girl. That's what I want. Really cute jeans, plaid shirt, button down, vest thing. I've talked about it again. It's a toque, but I guess for you guys, maybe call them beanies. I have no idea what you call them. And some really nice boots. That's what I would like to get from there. And then again, this is because of my daughter, but she got some super cute swimsuits at La Vie en Rose just this last year. And I was walking around looking at them going, yeah, I could get myself into some of these one day. I could try some of this. So that's sort of like the few stores that I could come up with. But literally for me, I will have to get a whole new wardrobe. I have nothing saved. Like I have some keepsakes that I've kept of things from trips we've taken, but like none of those I'm going to wear. They're just keepsakes. But I will have to get everything. I'll have to get a winter jacket, spring jacket, you name it, from top to bottom, because I have nothing that's going to be skinny in my closet right now. So
okay. All right. So we are coming into week 12, and this is our last week of the competition portion of the biggest transformation. And after week 12, next Sunday, we are going to weigh in and we are going to crown the winner of season 1 of the biggest transformation. Oh, so freaking excited. But then after that, we're going to move into the lifestyle phase. And I am so grateful that we're going to not only be together for these 12 weeks, but we're going to have 12 more weeks together, because that is going to lay a foundation, an unshakable foundation. A foundation where you have set yourself up to not only lose the weight, but to keep it off. To not only either be at your goal or well on your way to it. And I so freaking excited about that. But coming into this week, it's not about you competing with anybody else in here. It's about you competing with your best. And sometimes it's a lot of fun to compete with other people. And it's a lot of fun to allow the competition to pull the best out in you. But this last week, I want you to focus on competing with your best. What's your best you've done on nutrition? What's your best you've done with water? What's your best you've done with weight loss? What's your best? What has been your best? Go back throughout these past 11 weeks and look at what has your best been. And I want that to be your competition this week, your best. Because the truth is, if you're only competing with each other, what happens when there is no competition? What happens when there is nobody else to compete against? But you will always have yourself. You will always have your last best to compete against. And that is a skill. It's a skill to learn to pull that out of yourself, that no, I don't have to be competing with others. I can allow that to motivate me at certain times, but learning to compete with yourself, learning to compete with your last best. And so this week, that's what I want you to do. Go back, look at your numbers. What was your last best? And that is your goal, is to compete with yourself for that. That this week, that you would not leave, you would put it all on the table. You would give it everything you've got, so that when we get to next week, when we get to the last weigh-in for the competition portion, that you would show up going, I freaking nailed it this week. I gave it my all. And see, when you give it your all, you can kind of let go of the result a little bit. You can come into it going, the scale's gonna do what the scale's gonna do, but I gave it everything. It's only when we kind of do it 70-30, 80-20, 90-10, I kind of did it most of the way, that we can have regrets. But when you leave everything on the table and you give it your all, no matter what that scale says, you can hold your head high and go, I freaking nailed it. I nailed it. So this week, you're going to compete with your best. You're going to leave everything on the table. And next week is going to be our week 12 weigh-in. And we're going to be crowning the winner. And so I'm super duper excited to meet with you guys next week. I'm super duper excited to not only crown a winner, but to celebrate with all 7 of you what you have accomplished during these 12 weeks. Because it's amazing. It's inspirational. It is what this world needs, is people like you taking control of their life, stepping up, not being afraid of repeating the past, not having a fear of failure keeping you stuck, but saying no. This is my goal. And I'm going to say it loud, and I'm going to say it proud, and world, look out, because here I come. And so next week, we're not only going to crown a winner, but we're going to celebrate you and all you've accomplished during these past 12 weeks. So your homework this week, photos, progress photos, midweek photos. Yeah, much better job getting me your homework this week, by the way, guys. Awesome job. Thank you for doing that.
Do you want our final measurements next week?
Yes, measure you. I would want your final measurements. So you don't have to do them this week. It'll be after. Yeah, you don't have to do measurements this week. So that'll be your next week's homework, because I want your final measurements, which will be after. So no, you don't have your measurements. Of course, I'll send out the email like always. Any questions? Okay, awesome. Well, you guys have an amazing Sunday. Great job today. And you guys are amazing. So I'll see you next Sunday on Easter. Well, I'll see you later today, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
295.3 pounds lost in 11 weeks by this cast. Crazy! And next week we have the final weigh-in. We'll get to see who actually is crowned season 1 winner of the biggest transformation, see where they all line up, and then we'll be moving into the lifestyle phase for the next 12 weeks with this cast. We will be starting to meet the season 2 cast, hearing their whys, and so many people have asked, is there gonna be a season 3? I don't know. Right now we are like in this season by season. But with these kind of results, I mean, you know, Shane losing 72 freaking pounds, Karen and Andy crossing over the 50-pound mark. These are lives being forever changed. Families being forever changed. So anyway, if you have not hit the subscribe button, I want to invite you to join our growing community. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, share this on your social media page. It's things like this, watching other people do it, that inspire people to make a change. It's things like this that inspire others that have given up and given in to get up and try again. And so thank you for those that have already shared. Thank you for those that are watching. Thank you for those that have smashed the like button. Thank you for all your support of the cast, all your encouragement. And we will see you next week on another episode. Thanks for watching.